And you're still telling me industry needs a seaport. We're going to have to wait on that. Alright everyone, so we actually have a little money again. And our city has really rebuilt nicely, so I'm going to go ahead and put those police stations down, and that's pretty much all we're going to be doing this year. Putting that one, restoring that one here, and then building a new one here. And then, I don't know, I might wait a couple of years and try to build, I don't know. I think I will add more residential right now. And then I'll probably will build more, or wait a couple of years and build seaport. So go ahead and put this down. Actually, that was kind of stupid. Not really. Just won't be able to get the road around that next one. Alrighty. Go ahead and see about water here. Alright, so let's wait. Alright, so actually got a little less money that year because I built those extra 2 police stations, but let's go ahead and finish the road here. And I think I'm going to just wait another year, and then I'm going to try to build seaport. Let's see. I'm going to put a few parks there also, why not? Do that. Yep, so recovered pretty nicely actually. Oh yeah, really nicely. And industry still growing despite the demand for a seaport. And oh man, we're still pretty far from the coast. But I'm probably going to go ahead and put the seaport probably right in here, I'd say. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Let's see how much it's going to cost. So to do this, it's going to cost $2,400. I don't think I'm going to have that next year. Unless we can afford to lower it a little bit. Lower our funding for things. We'll bring them back up next year. Alright. Alright, y'all, and if you look, you see that our city has actually recovered to a higher population than it was before the hurricane, so we're doing really well. And I'm going to go ahead, and we have enough money for a seaport now, for the size that I want it to be anyway. And so let's go ahead and increase our funding back for everything, might as well, so that crime and everything isn't completely crazy. And we're getting a pretty good flow of income. And health I only had at 75%, so let's just go ahead and keep it at 100 now, I guess. And let's go ahead and build our seaport. Now the seaport is really interesting to me. Sometimes the seaport just really does not develop the way that really I want it to. And I really don't know why, honestly. But I'm going to go ahead and build this, and hopefully it will develop. We'll have to see. But sometimes all you get is little warehouses, and those warehouses, believe it or not, actually don't even count as a seaport. So that's kind of weird, but anyway, they don't. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do another layer for the seaport or not. Actually, next year I might want to for warehouses, but I don't know. Because really, that's not a very wide seaport that I just built. And I don't think I have to have a road to it. Yes, either. And if it doesn't develop the way it should, this is all you get is those little warehouses. And they don't actually count as a seaport. You'll still get that little message for a seaport. So hopefully we'll get a good, decent seaport out of this. Oh, we did already. This is what you want to see, is these ports, these ramps here. And voila, the message went away, as you see. And hopefully we'll get more than one, but we'll just have to see. So far it's just warehouses and that, but we'll see. Disappointing me. Oh well, at least I got one out of it. I can't complain about that. And once you do get a seaport, you will notice we have a little ship. Yep, a little ship enters our city, so that is really nice. Of course, when I have a hurricane, it will, of course, destroy the seaport, but you know, all you have to do is connect power to it. You don't have to actually pay for the zone, so that is good. And another interesting thing about the seaport is it won't develop if you have a power line inside it. The power line needs to be beside it, which is really weird. So you say, this is where the power line was, and so this was the first one that came up, and then if it's connected to it, it sometimes will actually change into a seaport, but I don't know here. I don't know, let's just see how that works. I'm not gonna worry about the seaport. We got what we need for a little while. And believe it or not, the seaport, you can use rail connections instead of a seaport. Like if your city has no sea in it, no river, you can still build up your industry without worrying about, oh, those are nice. This is a nice hotel, and this is another historic building, I believe. So yeah, our population really is building up nicely. Yeah, mini mall. Crime is medium. What? Not watered. What? That's not good. An historic office building. Why aren't y'all watered? It's my fault. It's all my fault. I'm not doing my job. I'm surprised they built up so nicely though without being watered. You think that would be very important for high land value, but apparently not. The Sims are not too picky. Although they will demand stuff, they don't, not as bad as in real life what people would demand. So now we're really getting some good growth, aren't we? I got to say, we really are. I'm going to go ahead and build another industrial block. And then probably more residential as well. So 34,000, that is really good. I'm sorry if you can hear that truck in the background. I live right on the highway, so that's the bad thing about that. That's one good thing about having 7 fish aquariums in your house, though, is it drowns out all the noise, when you're trying to sleep. So I don't even notice any traffic. Plus turn a little fan on, and that also helps. Build those 2 blocks there. I tell you what, when you add those industrial zones, everything seems to go up with it. So, add them first and then build everything else. But you want to keep it balanced. Once you do add some industrial zones, you want to add some residential to balance it out. So let's go ahead and do that. And actually, I think I'll add some residential here. But we're probably going to be needing another PlayStation soon, I'd say. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to build it right here. Right by this hotel. I think that's a good thing to do. Let's go ahead and put a commercial here. Alright. Let's change this music, man. This music is not... None of the music in this game is just breathtaking, but but this right here needs to go. I can't believe I endured it so long. Well, one thing, I do have it pretty low. Oh man, that's worse. I can't hear it from the traffic. Yeah, not too good. We'll listen to this for a little while. It's different. I'll tell you though, I'll get tired of it. Alright, let's go ahead and complete our road. I don't know why the land value is so high in this city. I guess from the coast. I don't know. I'm not complaining by any means, but because high land value usually means buildings that will go up, to 3x3s. So that's really good. Alright. Here's about it. Alright. So, 1946. 1946. I'm probably due for another school too. Because he said a while ago we needed more funding for grade school, so heck, let's go ahead and do that. While I'm thinking about it, before I waste all my money. I do kind of like doing this kind of structure, doing, your industrial all together in 6x6s, and then do your commercial and residential and little 3x3s with space in between them, and then do a road around them. I like this structure because, they go up pretty nicely like they have been doing. I mean, look at how nicely everything's building up. I kind of like that. I don't know if it's really the best way to get to a megalopolis. And honestly, I haven't built the whole megalopolis using this strategy, so I don't know if it's taking up more room or not. What I usually did was I did 6x6s for everything, commercial and residential, and that worked okay, but you ended up with a lot of 2x2s and a lot of 1s. So I mean, I really don't know what's best. But I guess we'll see if this works. We're gonna find out one way or another. Actually have a lot of money. I know there's probably some stuff I need to be buying though. For example, I could. Well, I already have a bus station there though. We'll wait till I put another bus station. Silly music, I tell you. It is kind of cheerful though. You can't deny that. I'm so sad we hadn't had hardly any growth since last year. That's sad. Alright, now I gotta get roads around all this, which I don't know if I'll be able to afford. Probably won't be able to. I don't know. Hooey. One long road around and everything. Well, what do you know, y'all? I actually had enough. That ain't bad at all. Go ahead and add some light commercial, like our normal rinse and repeat strategy. I could add a couple parks. Oh, it might help if I gave the school power, you think? Oh, and a whole $9 left. Give some of these water. Alright. And let's see. I think I got about 27. I got 17,000 out of the first coal power plant. 17,000 people, and then oh man, I'm completely broke. And then I got up to about 27,000. So I got 10,000 people out of the 10 hydroelectric, which should have been equivalent, but it wasn't. But it was more expensive. So I got 10,000 out of that. So I had 27,000. So if you had then I built another coal. So if you had 17,000 to 27,000, that's 44,000. So I still have a lot of growth. If everything builds up the way it had been building. If everything fills up, the way it has been, then I should be able to have 44,000 people before I have to build another power plant. So we'll have to see how that goes. And I'm kind of thinking I'm fixing to stop expanding to the right here, and I think I'm going to start building on the bottom, on the southwest corner, on the southwest part of the city, because as each hurricane that hits, it's just wiping out this whole right side. So it'll probably be wise to just go ahead and start building on that portion. I'm just thinking.